Yes, good afternoon. The source has got a story to tell. It's story time. You know the vibes. Yes. You see the title of this? Keith Thurman called Earl Spence Salty. I felt the need to use that title because I just want to tell a story today. I might have used that as clickbait. I want to tell a story, but some of the particular parties, the names, they are involved in this story. And I just felt the need because, like I said, there's always their story, and then there's his story. Yes, and that's what the source is doing. We are making his story. So let me just tell a little bit of my story, his story. I want to play this clip right here. Like I said, man, shout out to my Team Tucker. You know the vibes, man. See, one thing about a real solid team, right? When you have a solid team, there can't be no egos involved. You don't want to put it like this. See, some of these guys, most of these guys, see that with the allegations what we are hearing about Deontay Wilder. These guys get so big that all they want is yes men around them, right? But a real team, a solid team, you're not gonna have all yes men around you. Sometimes you're gonna have guys that's gonna have to give you that tough love. For an example, let this video soak in.
The greatest thing you could do is listen while you winning.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of us, we get that paper, motherfuckers throw the drip on, they got the money, they got all the chicks going crazy, everybody screaming their name, and they go deaf. They can't hear no more, and they hearing just, nothing can penetrate you. And a lot of times, cats be having dudes around them that don't love them. And when I say don't love them, when you love a motherfucker, you can tell a motherfucker there's something that's going to hurt them, but it's going to better them.
Yeah, see, one thing about the source, right? I am no yes man. You just peep that clip I just played. I'm no yes man. So sometimes I might tell you something that you don't want to hear. But if you are genuine, you are authentic, you are original, you are solid, sometimes that's what you need to hear. I just remember what I just said now. I'm going to go into my story. Once upon a time, there was a guy. There was a guy, man. He was doing his thing. He was just playing the background. Because he always been in the limelight. So it felt good to just be in the background, rocking and rolling, moving and grooving. But now this guy, once upon a time, he got hot in this so-called media game. And when he got hot in this media game, they tried to throw dirt on his name. But I want y'all to catch this vibe and catch this source, because the same narrative, it seemed like they placed on this guy, they tried to place on another guy, a local guy from around where they from. It might have stuck to him. It might have stuck to him, but this other guy that they tried to put that narrative on, what they didn't realize is this other guy, he had big plans. He had big plans and he was making moves. he been making moves. All he was doing was playing his position. So when they claim that these two guys, one that is a local from where they from, was a wave rider, a switch sider, mad, upset, a hater, jealous, it's like, damn, people who have strong opinions or not yes men or tell you, like the video I just played, that tough love, all of a sudden are categorized into a certain category. But let's fast forward now. The local guy from where they from, it kind of killed his buzz, killed his movement. But the other guy that was always in the limelight, hot, was just playing the background. He didn't say nothing. He just continued on doing what he does, building, networking, connecting. The other guy still doing his thing, still building with other fighters, interviewing, going to fights, doing his thing. He's in these groups, these social media groups, these Facebook groups, putting out his work, but for some odd reason, his work is not getting received. Unbeknownst to the naysayers, like I said, this guy is somewhat connected. He's just humble. He's always been moving and grooving, putting pieces together. One of his partners hits him up like, yo, I thought you and Boy was cool. I thought you and Jem was tight. I said, yeah, I thought so too. He said, but old boy's sister hit me up like, yo, we don't fuck with him. Word? Damn. All right. No doubt. Me, sorry about that. The guy, not me, so to say. The guy being the smooth operator he is, like Big Daddy Kane, he just took it with a grain of salt and continued to build and maneuver how he was maneuvering. Unbeknownst to those people that claim they don't fuck with him or don't like him. Like I said, this guy been moving and grooving pieces together. His team has one of the hottest young prospects in the game. Now, this guy, whole plan was to do what he does and eventually bring his team to the table and say, yes, you have a promotion company, you doing this. I have the hottest fighter in the game. Let's do business. But once the cards were dealt, and like I said, they not realizing who this guy really was and how connected he was. And once he got the word that they don't fuck with you like that, all you doing is trying to ride a wave, all you doing is piggybacking. So like I said, the guy fell back, but he continued to work and network. Continue putting the pieces together. Not a guy. Yeah, Keith Thurman might have a fight either December or the first month of the year, January. Not a guy. He done came up now. But unbeknownst to these, guys guys over there that are continuing to paint narratives on his name. He already has his young boy lined up with the real hitter, a real shot caller, a real, what you want to call, boss. So he just stays quiet. He lets them to continue to play the narrative game, throw dirt on his name, because he knows he's in the driver's seat now. He knows he's blessed. He knows the connection has been made. And sky is the limit. Doors are going to open. But like I said, these other fellas, they don't know that. So they are continuing to do the smear campaign, do the lie campaign. But like I said, this other brother was smooth, man. He was anointed. He was blessed. See, God already told him what was going to happen for him and his team. And the pieces slowly but surely started coming together. Now, when it really hit the fan and the cat was out of the bag, those other people that was painting that narrative, trying to throw the same jacket on this guy that they put on that local guy from where they're from, it no longer fit that other guy. It no longer fit that other guy. So now, like Uncle James Prince would say, a lie always has to change, but the truth shall always stay the same. That other guy who was, like I said, just doing him, building, networking, putting plays together, was somewhat of a player now. So those lies had to change. And like I said, I am so, oh, well, what a guy. Sorry about that. Yo, the guy is so happy to have a team. See, when you have a real team, check this source on this video. See, real teams, there are no big heads. There are no egos. Check the vibes.
The greatest thing you could do is listen while you winning.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of us, we get that paper, you know, motherfuckers throw the drip on, they got the money, they got all the chicks going crazy, everybody screaming their name, and they go deaf. They can't hear no more, and they hearing just, nothing can penetrate you. And a lot of times, cats be having dudes around them that don't love them. And when I say don't love them, when you love a motherfucker, you can tell a motherfucker there's something that's going to hurt them, but it's going to better them.
See, that other guy, the one that they thought they paid the narrative on, he was a gem, an anointed gem. See, he could tell a motherfucker something that's going to hurt them, hurt their pride, hurt their heart, but in all actuality, it's helping them. But they were so deaf, dumb, and blind because they was winning. They didn't hear. But it is what it is. It's neither here nor there. Because like I said, the other guy always had a team. A strong, authentic, original, solid team. And when you have a strong, authentic, solid team that listens to one another like this.
The greatest thing you could do is listen while you winning.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of us, we get that paper, you know, motherfuckers throw the drip on, they got the money, they got all the chicks going crazy, everybody screaming their name, and they go deaf. They can't hear no more, and they hearing just, nothing can penetrate you. And a lot of times, cats be having dudes around them that don't love them. And when I say don't love them, when you love a motherfucker, you can tell a motherfucker there's something that's going to hurt them, but it's going to better them.
Something that's going to hurt them, but it's going to better them. Shout out to my team. Now, if you see the cover picture I used, I had to block that brother because that brother is not a brother. Your comment was negative, my guy. Your energy is negative, my guy. I never seen winners, so-called winners, that be upset when other people win. I never seen winners that be upset when other winners get in the game. Shout out to all my people that ever played ball, played a sport, and was a star. As a star, I could, you know, relate to that. Shout out to my man Suge, man, Hollywood Suge, said I was a playground legend. As a star basketball player, right? You have a team. Sometimes certain guys don't get into the game because they're not as good as the stars. But when you blow a team out, and they call it garbage time. Now maybe your man, that guy that's on your team, he's gonna get a chance to play. When you are a real player, a real superstar player, and your boy or your man gets off that bench and gets into the game, you are happy for him. You are happy for him. Yo, Rob, I'm not mentioning these dudes, bro. I will post your comment. I'm not mentioning these dudes, bro. I'm killing these dudes right now with actual facts over fiction. I'm not mentioning these dudes, man. I'm mentioning them in a third party sense because I want people to grasp what's really going on here and who's really winning and who's was really trying to rig the game and move the scoreboard and move the goalpost and change the scoreboard. But like back to what I was saying, when you are a real player, an MVP player, a all-star player, and your man gets in the game that doesn't get a chance to play, you are happy for him. If you are a real player, real all-star. Hopefully y'all catching this sauce, man. Because like I said, see, a lot of y'all, most of y'all, all of y'all are deaf, dumb, and blind. Let me play this video one more time for
The
y'all.
greatest thing you could do is listen while you winning.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of us, we get that paper, motherfuckers throw the drip on, they got the money, they got all the chicks going crazy, everybody screaming their name, and they go deaf. They can't hear no more, and they hearing just nothing can penetrate you. And a lot of times, cats be having dudes around them that don't love them. And when I say don't love them, when you love a motherfucker, you can tell a motherfucker there's something that's going to hurt them, but it's going to better them.
Yes, their hearing is gone. So when your hearing is gone and you're not mindful, you're gonna put certain narratives out there. Like I said, this dude had a nerve to comment on one of my posts. You know what I did? Shout out to Mano. Shout out to all the ill brothers and sisters that know about this vibe. Yeah, you know what I did? I blocked him. Poof, be gone. Poof, be gone. Your comment is unwanted. Your energy is unwanted. You're going to call me negative. But shout out to, like I said, shout out to my team. Everything I'm doing is positive in the game. My young boy is 17, signed to the majors. We fighting at the Garden in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. But I'm so negative. Nah, I'm so real. I'm so right. I'm so anointed. I'm so blessed. Y'all so fake. Y'all so snake. Y'all so fraud. See, all you did was lie. I got a brother that's on my stream right now. He can attest to that because y'all had him fooled. Y'all had him fooled the whole time off of the lies and the stories that was being put out there on my name. The whole time I stayed faithful because I knew what was really going on. Yes, I am that other guy who I was just speaking on. I am that other guy who I was just speaking on. See, they tried to paint that same narrative of me like they did their little local guy. But unbeknownst to them, the source was never a local. See, the source has been connected with a lot of fighters. The source was always putting pieces together. See, the source always had fighters wanting to get signed, wanting to make moves, wanting to grow. See, the whole flow, the whole movement was to eventually get on and bring my guys to the table. But once, the source got wind of what was really going on, what was really being said about him, why should I want to do business? Yes, why should I want to do business? Or why should I want to break bread and make money with people who don't even respect me, don't even quote unquote like me, talk behind my back to people they don't even know, to people they don't even know? It's like, come on, let's make this make sense. And then when I step off and my energy is not what they are used to, and I'm not, pushing their agenda, I switch up, I'm negative. I'm negative. Oh, I never switched up. I was never negative. It's just like I said, you was a snake. You was a fake. When you felt that you didn't need the source no more, or the source was not important, you tried to do the source the same way you did your little local. Yes, your little local. But that did not work out for you. You know why it didn't work out for you? 2 reasons. God doesn't like ugly. Whenever God has something for somebody, it's always going to be for them. So y'all don't realize that, because a lot of y'all are demonic. Y'all are demonic. Y'all sold your soul to the devil. Y'all want to claim one thing, but like I always tell you, your actions show another. Your actions show another. Your actions show a whole nother trend. Show a whole nother trend, man. Shout out to my man Rob the Reporter. Rob the Reporter said he has to fight Keith or he's a sucker. I agree. I definitely agree. That is a A1 fact. Fact over fiction. That is a fact over fiction. But yes, I just, like I said, man, we are making his story. So I felt the need to tell his story. And yes, I was his. He is I and I am him. He is I and I am him. Just hit my buddy up right there, man. But yes, everybody be great. Tap in at 5 p.m. We are going to continue to build. We are going to continue to keep growing. We are going to continue to keep flowing and to continue to keep showing you real boxing media, real boxing coverage, real boxing interviews. Yes, you know the vibe. And whenever you are winning, never be afraid to take that constructive criticism. Because that's what it is, constructive criticism. You know, I thank God that I have a solid group around me and that we don't have no egos. We understand that everybody brings a different instrument into the band. And for it to be one band, a smooth sounding band, everybody must play their instrument. Hopefully you caught that sauce. Like I said, 5 p.m. tap in, high interview by yours truly, with the assistance of the young CEO, Nasaya.